Hey everyone, it's Matt Kern, and today's spotlight is on Decor Directions with Matt Hilton and Victor Avila. I'm so glad to see you guys today. I'm excited to talk about staging and decorating homes and all the things that you guys help people with. So welcome to the video today, and I'd like to just dive right in if you guys are ready. And let's talk a little about individually about kind of your short bio about who you are, your history, and why you both got into the decorating staging business.
Yes, sir. So Matt, thank you for having us here this morning. We're in our third year, entering our third year of business, and we just appreciate any opportunity that we can get out and spread the word about what we do to help realtors get their listings sold. I've been a realtor for the past 15 years. I'm heavily involved in the real estate industry itself as a whole, and also within the local Collin County Association of Realtors. I was president in 2015. I was team leader of a Keller Williams office between 2008 and 2011. And, that's when I realized during that time period, Matt, that, when I was leading my agents there and saw that their listings were sitting on the market for a while, and they had to do something to make their houses stand apart from the pack, right? So that buyers at that time would choose their house to buy over another. Right. And a lot of the top producing agents were using stagers, and they would have their houses staged, whether it was occupied or vacant. And so when I exited that team leader role in 2011, I began my own team and implemented that knowledge of using staging on all of my listings. And it really did help sell. It helped sell them faster, and it helped sell them for more money. And something that we say too is the price of staging is going to be less than the first price reduction you may have to take. So, whenever we get involved with the staging and work with other realtors, that is of someone walking into a home and and we just love the end product and that transformation.
Awesome.
Yeah. So about 3 years ago, Matt, when we were about to start the company, I had finished designing my mother's living room and formal dining area. And I had a lot of fun, right? It was from changing light fixtures to the colors on the wall and all furniture and decor, right? So obviously she loved it, and moms always are gonna say that they're gonna love their own kids' work, right? But the rewarding part was getting a lot of people calling her to just go see the place. And then those people messaging me on Facebook or a text, letting me know how much they loved it. And hey, I would love for you to come and do the same thing with my house. And then we ended up designing Matt's place and then my own place. We had a lot of fun there. And we know that we had the idea, right, of making a place a sanctuary, right? So that's when Matt said, hey, I know there's a need in the market for a vacant house stager. And we said, well, we've got this. We know what we've been doing. That is something that we both have always liked, right? It was just great knowing that there was a niche for that, right? So we said we're on board, and it's been quite rewarding for 3 years. We love getting our realtor partners letting us know that that house had been sitting on the market for so long, and then we go and we stage the property, and following day, next weekend, they're already getting offers. So that's what it matters to us, right? We want people to walk into those houses and imagine themselves having that lifestyle, right? Having that sanctuary as their own place. We don't just stage for the sake of staging. We want to make the look great, right? We work with what they have, and we always recommend, let's change the carpet, let's paint the chimney, let's change the light fixtures. So we provide advice all over the house, right? And then we ended up with the decoration of the place, and it's always very rewarding to see how we get those comments back from our partners telling us the house looks great, and people having telling us that the place looks amazing, right?
Yeah, because you know, you guys are making a place of peace, a place of comfort to come to. And that's what we all want to come home to, you know, when we are working outside of our homes and then be able to come to. And now, you know, you guys are having to deal with, you know, the COVID-19 issues and that everybody's home a lot of times too.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, a lot of occupied homes that you can help people with. And then obviously there still are vacant homes too. So that brings me to a couple of questions I want to talk about is, let's talk about the difference between when you come into a home and you notice that a home is ready for staging and a home that's ready for declutter first, then staging, right, on that. And I would imagine too, y'all must get a lot of comments or requests from people. Does the furniture come with a house when you bring your own furniture and stage a home, right?
We do, yes.
We do, and we can make that happen. It doesn't happen all the time, but we can make that happen outside of the real estate contract.
Right, right. So let's break down staging and decluttering.
Yeah, so whenever we walk into a house, we first want to take a tour and take notes, right? And as we're walking through, you know, if you see a gallery wall like you see behind me, right? This is an individual taste. I have an eclectic type of taste. And so with that, that is not what the majority of buyers like, right? I mean, this type of design is more individualized, right?
Right.
And so our staging is more along the lines of a broader appeal, right, to the masses.
Okay.
So whenever we're walking through and we see a eclectic wall, or we see collections, or we see and collections meaning like salt and pepper shakers or Barbie dolls or whatever that may be,
Right.
or if we see, you know, a wall of family photos or things of that nature, those are things that need to be taken down and then made more of a transitional type of feel. So when I say transitional, we're not talking ultra modern, we're not talking ultra traditional, right? We're talking about a transitional in between. And that is a broader appeal to the buyers that are looking at houses. And so we want to also maximize space, right? So sometimes furniture is arranged, or the lack of furniture in a house can make a room look off balance. It can make it look just a little off, if you will. And so we offer, for those occupied houses, we offer a consultation and give a detailed report of what needs to be done. Sometimes we'll even help them move around a piece or two, just to kind of let them see the difference between this is the way it is now and this is the way it should look. And they can see how it opens up the room or how it makes a space, you know, really showcase.
Right. So I would imagine though that in a lot of homes that you walk into, you know, we all accumulate a lot of stuff, especially over many years, right? And somebody who's been in a home 10 to 20 years has a lot of things, you know, that are in that space. So do you have to come in with a bunch of bins and say, look, this has got to go, we've got to move this out, but you got to have a place to put that, right? So do you have a garage sale real quick and try to move that stuff? Do you put it all in bins and put it out in the garage? Where do y'all stand on that? And how do you help people remove the items that don't need to be in there? What happens to that?
So sometimes what we do, Matt, is recommend a storage unit. If they are planning on keeping that stuff for their new place, then we do recommend them moving those to a temporary storage unit. They can also do, as you were saying, some bins and move those to either a closet that looks organized or to the garage. But we want to make sure that the people who walk in that property feel that connection with the house. If they see a photo of a baby, they're gonna be like, oh, someone else is here, right? So that's for the occupied side of the staging, right? When we know there are gonna be people still living in the house while there's showings going on, we have to make sure, yes, I know you have your own family and this, but we have to personalize any personal memorabilia, anything that has, or it has a relation to you right now, has to be hidden by the time people come and see the house, right? So when we do the vacant house, that's the great part of it, right? Because there's basically nothing there to declutter, nothing there to hide. So we can just come and be very creative with our design, but we can do both. It's just a matter of knowing whether they're gonna be still living in there or the house is totally unoccupied.
Yeah, so we do that initial consultation, Matt. So, as we're walking through, we'll offer suggestions like Victor said, either a storage unit. I'm okay with them putting it out into the garage. If it's a 2-car garage, buyers know that that person is moving, right? And so as long as they can see the space, it's not blocking the electrical panel or the sprinkler system for inspectors to come through and inspect, right? It's okay to put stuff in the garage, or like Victor said, in a closet, as long as it's organized and it doesn't fall out on them when they open the closet door. Right. So yeah, so we do that. If they need help, boxing it up and we offer those services as well. We can come in, and for an hourly rate, we will help them do that.
Right. Okay. So let's now transition over to existing homes, occupied homes, vacant homes, and new construction. Because don't you believe that still we're moving out of a house, right? So maybe you help somebody stage a home for them to sell. Then you kind of help them declutter their home. And is it more furniture than it is small materialistic things that you declutter? Which one is it?
It's more of the smaller things that we tend to declutter, right? I mean, because people have collections. They have, like you said, if they've lived there for a few years, they've collected things, right?
Oh, we all do. Yeah.
But, and with that being said too, a popular item that is in most family or living rooms is a recliner. And those things, in addition to a sofa and a love seat, or a sofa and some accent chairs, the recliner's got to go.
Yeah.
And so, we have to have, and that's the beauty of our relationship with our realtor partners, is that we can be the bad guys.
Yeah.
Right. We can be the ones to come in and say, this needs to be done. And the realtor doesn't have to have that conversation. They can say, my stager is going to come in and they're going to give you an assessment of what needs to be done to showcase the rooms and get the property sold.
Right. Okay. So now we've helped people move, get everything staged up, and they've sold their home, and they're going to move into a new construction house, right? Don't y'all believe that? I mean, it's like a vacant home. That's what it is, right? New construction. So why wouldn't somebody want to have their new home staged to match the new home quality? Yes?
Correct. And that's why we also offer decorating houses, right? So we can stage a property that is going to get sold. But if someone, and we've had those cases, someone is going to buy a new house, they want that house to have that same cozy feeling that stage house had, right? So we offer both services. We can go, now this is going to be a totally different story, Matt, because now we can play with what they want, right? Everything matters. I mean, no one else is going to be walking into that house. So if they want an accent wall, we'll work with that. If they want one specific piece of furniture to stay, we'll work around that piece of furniture, right? Because now it's your own sanctuary. So we can work whatever you want, is your own style. We're going to make obviously a lot of recommendations to make the look place amazing, but it's just different. Now is your own property, right? So you can do whatever you want. Tell us what colors you hate, which ones you like, what style you want, mid-century, you want eclectic, you want transitional, more traditional. We can do it all, even like modern farmhouse, which is very popular now. So it's very important. Thanks for asking that question. So yeah, we both offer those two services.
Oh my
And
goodness. I can imagine too that if you have had your first time, your house staged for the first time and you get that taste of that, right? Why wouldn't you want to do that in your new home? You'd be excited to have that.
So it's funny that you say that, Matt, because a lot of people that leave that house because they have another one and they want to sell that one, we're going to stage. They come back after we stage it. They're like, oh my God, why didn't I have this before? They're sometimes like, I don't even know if I want to sell it now. But obviously they're joking, right? Because now they see the potential they could have had, right? So it's just a very rewarding job.
That's awesome.
And it's on any budget too, Matt. I think that's very important point to make.
Yes.
Is we can design and decorate a house that someone is living in on a budget. So it doesn't have to be a number that is astronomical. I mean, a lot of people, they don't understand what exactly that would take. And so having us come in and give a consultation and getting a proposal from us, you're going to see that it can be done on any type of a budget, just whether it's 1 room or 5 rooms or however many that is. It's something that anybody can do, especially now that everybody's been in their houses. They've been watching probably a lot of HGTV and seeing a lot of different things that could happen in their house, and we can help them get that accomplished.
Yeah, we've all binged all the HGTV and all the shows and food shows and kitchens, and all
Right,
that stuff.
right.
Okay, so let's kind of get things wrapped up here. I need to ask a couple more questions and then get your final comments. What are the service areas that you cover in the North Texas area, and where will you go and not go? And then also, what's the best way to contact you guys in this? And also, right at the end, I want to just show y'all's Facebook page, if that's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
So coverage areas are pretty much all over. We do stagings mostly here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So we've been to Rockwall, to Denton, to Fort Worth, to McKinney, to Irving. So we have a broad range of area that we cover. We have worked with some individuals who want to renovate their house because they're getting ready to sell. And so we've done that also. We went out to Abilene to do that. We're about to go to Wichita Falls here in December and help somebody out there. So we oversee that project as well, act as a general contractor, if you will, within a budget and get that done so we can get it sold.
Gotcha.
We had one customer actually that flew us to New York. And just to prove, Matt, that we can do it under any budget, if you can do it in New York, that it's very expensive. And trust me, that was not a big budget, and the place ended up looking like $1 million.
And that's on our Facebook page.
Was that one of your Instagram connections?
Yes, it was an Instagram connection, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so he went out of the country for a couple of weeks, and he said, while I'm gone, I want you to come up here and do this. Here's a credit card that is, has this limit on it. That's my budget.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Oh yeah, I bet that was really hard for you guys to have to get up and go to New York.
It was horrible.
No, twist my arm. Yeah. I don't know if I have time to go to New York.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me share screen real quick here. So what's the best way to contact you guys? Is it by phone, by email, text? What do y'all like to do, and how do you like to communicate? And can I contact you anytime?
Yes, for sure. We are available. I don't want to say 24/7, but you can send a message for sure, and we will get that done. The Facebook page, you can send a message through that Facebook page, and we will respond to that. We have a lot of pictures there. You can Instagram messages as well. And I do have, I posted something this morning of one that we just staged last night in Richardson. And it was one of those that we haven't put it on the business page yet. But it was one of those that, the seller had tried to sell it before, and it was a vacant house, and it needed new carpet. It needed to be staged. And the fireplace dated the house. So we went in and we painted the fireplace brick. We had them replace the carpet, and then we staged it, and it's just amazing the transformation that takes place. We do, the phone number is 469-969-8819. So again, that's 469-969-8819.
Good.
And most of these all of these, and as a matter of fact, that you're showing here are stagings of vacant properties. There's one there, Matt, I want to point out. It's a salon. If you go, I don't know if you went up or down.
There's a salon right here.
There it is. So yeah, so where we get our haircut, our hairstylist said, hey, I'm moving to a new space, and this is kind of the vision that I have. And
this looks like a typical hair salon, right? And then,
yeah, there's a couple of more photos there,
and then
man.
you cleaned it out.
Before. Yeah.
Right?
Before and after.
Right? And then this is the after.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was a fun project too. So we can do a commercial space also.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Also, our email address, Matt, is decordirectionsusa@gmail.com.
Okay.
Again, that's decordirectionsusa@gmail.com.
Yeah, I think I saw that here. We'll just show it here too, and I'll make sure that it's on the video. So here's your phone number right here too. The 216.
Yeah, that's my personal cell. Yes, sir.
Okay. And then decordirectionsusa@gmail.com. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on today. I was really excited to see about this. I have to hide this from my wife until she's ready, because we're looking now to build, and she wants a farmhouse. So you know who I will be calling. You know, when
Yes,
it comes along.
we'll be happy to help. Thank you so much for having us here,
Now
man.
you might have to fight her a little bit, because she thinks she does have a really good eye for decorating too. So, you know, y'all will be peas in the pod for sure.
That's great. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we thank y'all too, and have a great day.
Thank you, you
You
too.
too.
Take care.
Bye.